Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm here. Welcome back to Revived Witch. So I'll try and make this prompt and quick. So about a few days ago, they have released a new Dreamland summon for the new UR Kapla. And first things first, from the design alone, it looks pretty nice. Got that twin tail action, as well as in battle it seems to have some claws. Now, unfortunately, I did my discount multi and I didn't get anything. But without further ado, let's get right into the review. So, firstly, in terms of her stats, she got the usual Destroyer stat spread. High health, good attack, and then a kind of mediocre physical and magical defense. Now, keep in mind when I'm reviewing these skills, they are all maxed out. So, level 5 for the active skills, and then level 2 for the passive skill. Alright, so first skill is called Itch for Action. It costs 2 order to use, and what it does is that it applies 10 seconds of battle ready to self, and then hits the front row enemy twice with physical damage equal to 360% of her own attack. So basically, she buffs herself and then deals damage twice, so the total damage is actually 720% of her own attack. Now, in terms of her battle ready buff, what that does is it restores her own HP equal to 12% of her own attack per second, as well as increasing the damage dealt and reducing her own damage taken by 30%, which is pretty nice. So if you keep spamming this skill, the actual damage of her S1 is actually more than 720% of her own attack as she buffs her own damage dealt. Now, her second skill is called Undaunted, and it costs 4 chaos to use, and what this does, it grants herself a shield equal to 300% of her own attack that lasts up to 15 seconds, and then deals physical damage equal to 500% of attack to the front row enemy, and then reducing all enemy targets' physical defense by an amount equal to 30% of her own attack within 10 seconds. So that's quite worthy, but to sum it down, she buffs herself, so she gives herself a shield, deals damage to the front row enemy, and then reducing physical defense based on her own attack. Now, I'm not sure if due to the wording, I'm not sure if the debuff affects all enemies on the enemy team, or if it only affects the enemy that you hit, which is the front enemy. So I'll let you guys know if it's any different in the pinned comment. And then last but not least, her passive is called Tit for Tat. And what it does is that every 5 hits that she takes will trigger the skill Undaunted once, which is this one. Alright, so now that we've got a better understanding of her skills, now let's go through, comparisons and stuff. Because when it comes to saltstone destroyers, we do have quite a good roster already, meaning, for example, Ella and Yui. So in terms of single target damage potential, there could be a chance that Kapla might actually be, highest dealing in terms of damage, but we're not sure yet because Yui does have pretty good multipliers as well. We just need to keep in mind that I think the overall multiplier for Kapla is, I think, better when we compare multipliers to order cost ratio. So perhaps activating Kapla's skill 3 times might be more damage than Yui's first skill twice, but this is just speculation. I'm not sure if that's actually the case, as Yui does have some extra stuff like dealing more damage as well as ignoring defense. But Kapla does have a reducing defense debuff on her second skill, which can be activated automatically through her passive. Now, the only issue with the passive is that you can't use someone like Catherine on your team, as she got a first skill which is a charge skill, and once that's activated, she essentially covers damage for the whole team. And what that means is that Kapla's passive will essentially become redundant. And what that means is useless. It's not going to be used, meaning you'd have to manually cast her second skill in order for it to activate. But yeah, when it comes to debuffing physical defense, Ella's got a similar debuff, but it's on her first skill and will only apply once in dragon form. But going to dragon form is actually pretty straightforward and stuff. So in terms of debuffing, she doesn't have the highest debuff, but she's got an equal debuffing potential to someone like Ella. And I think that's about it. So overall, I think in terms of Saltstone Destroyer, I think she's more leaning towards single target DPS similar to Yui. And so if you're already going for Yui, like building her up, perhaps you don't need to pull for Kapla. Just keep in mind when it comes to, I think, min-maxing damage, Kapla might be used mainly because of the fact that her first skill only costs 2 order to use. And so, you know, it just gives her crit rate and crit damage buffs from Durin, and perhaps she might go, you know, might go ham. But yeah, in terms of summoning or skip, it's pretty much up to you. She is a Dreamland summon character, so she might come back as a featured character later, and she is still going to be available off banner. Like, she'll still be in the pool. Like for example, Catherine, Metamorphosis, they're still in the pool, even though they're not featured. Kapla's going to be the same case. In any case, hopefully you found this video useful. You know, hopefully you understand her skills a little bit better, and maybe help you decide whether you or not to summon or skip Kapla. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this video. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.